Today we are critiquing and analysing 6 songs by Lana Del Rey, those songs being Doin Time, West Coast, Mermaid Hotel, Cinnamon Girl, Chemtrails Over the Country Club, and Ultraviolence. We're going to discuss the songs both musically and lyrically. Before we continue, please like and subscribe, and let's get right into the first song, Doin Time.
Summertime and the living's easy. Rallies on the microphone with Ross MG. All the people in the dance will agree that we're well qualified to represent the LBC. Me and Louis, we gonna run to the party and dance to the rhythm. It gets harder. Me and my girl, we got this relationship.
This sounds familiar. I may have heard it before. Unless this is a cover or something. But I assume this was just a big hit and I must have heard it in the background somewhere.
All the people in the dance will agree that we're well qualified to represent the LBC.
She looks so pretty. Cool concept for a video.
Oh, take this veil from off my eyes. My burning sun will someday rise.
There's more of a focus on her voice in the second verse. I was talking over that moment there. I want to hear that again.
My burning sun will someday rise. So what am I gonna be doing for a while? Said I'm gonna play
She's spitting.
Show them how we come off the shelf. Summertime and the living's easy.
Love the prominence of the face.
All the people in the dance will agree that we're well qualified to represent the LBC. Me and Louis, we gonna run to the party and dance to the rhythm.
Just gonna pause it right here and give my thoughts. This is a really fun, enjoyable, vibey track. The chorus is obviously really catchy, and her unique vocal is compelling and grips you as always. Bit of a more light-hearted tone than what I'd be used to hearing from her. My previous exposure to Lana was my reaction to the Born to Die album. I think that album came out in 2012, was it? So this is 2019. I can't say that this particular song sounds like some crazy evolution in her sound. I'd be willing to bet that this particular song is intended as a nod to the sound in Born to Die, where it's like a nice, steady hip-hop groove, lush orchestration, etc. I do like that little hook in the background, that's a creative hook. That repetition helps it to get stuck in your head. A very good song overall. Not a crazy departure from her earlier work, and that's not a bad thing. But I am wondering if some of the other songs in this marathon will give me some variety. I did like that very quickly rapped moment in the second verse. That was a cool touch. I love her orchestral arrangements. This one sounds particularly dark, actually. Is this orchestral moment in the song itself or just in the video? I'm assuming just the video. It really is sort of an interlude, I guess. vocal part is really nice. Very ethereal. That is actually sort of an evolution, in her vocal at least, that I can hear. Really hanging out up there in her like head voice. Really strong track and some beautiful stacking of the harmonies to the background vocals for a bit of extra oomph. Great stuff. It is a cover. Okay, it is a cover. I had a feeling the original is by the American band Sublime's 1996 song of the same name, which itself is a cover of Summertime from the opera Porgy and Bess, The More You Know. And even though this song is a cover, the lyrics read like something that she would write herself, like the style of writing is not that different. So I'm wondering if these lyrics are actually by her, even though it's a cover, or if these lyrics are maybe adapted from the original. Again, I don't really know the original that well, so it could go either way, but the song seems to be about a lover who is kind of treating you poorly. There's the line, "She spreads her loving all over, and when she gets home, there's none left for me." Like this person is just neglecting you and out cheating on you. It gets quite dark in the bridge. It says, "The tension, it's getting hotter. I'd like to hold her head underwater." Deary me. Yeah, just kind of a campy, passionate love story. A tumultuous relationship going down in the summertime. Let's move on to the next song called West Coast. I have heard this song one time before. I can't remember how it goes, but I do remember liking it. So let's take a closer look. Quite an edgy sound. I love it. Quite grungy. Reminds me of the Black Keys. Absolutely gorgeous. It makes me well up that transition into the chorus. Out of this world songwriting and composition. And it's so smooth. Crazy stuff. It's really cool to see such creative song structure by a mainstream artist like her. Obviously, this sounds incredibly beautiful. It's so rare to get such a drastic tempo shift in mainstream music like that. For some reason, I feel like a lot of pop artists think it's too risky to use a transition like that, but you can see that when it's done well, it really elevates the piece. In this case, quite emotionally too. So we start off with this kind of dark, grungy sound, and then the tempo slows down drastically, as I said, into the chorus. And the chorus has a bit of a smoother, deeper emotional quality. And also her vocal performance hits the nail on the head to help that execution of that transition come through fully. I absolutely love it. Interested to read the lyrics for this one. But yeah, out of the two songs so far, this one is definitely my favorite. Could be my favorite Lana song ever. To be fair, I've only heard the Born to Die album and these two songs right here, as far as I can remember. But yeah, this one, I really am blown away by this. Just so good, so creative, so perfect and profound. What album is this one on? Ultraviolence. Okay, so this one came right after Born to Die. Interesting. Let's keep it going. Pre-chorus too. The pre-chorus is really good. Absolutely blown away by this. Not sure if there's also a key change into the chorus. There might be. I think it's just a tempo change. You can hear the subtle synth in the background, but sort of wah, 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 wah. I like that as well. Got an almost 90s R&B high-pitched synth there. Interesting choice. I approve. Really creative, experimental. The video evokes the music so well too. This sort of dreamy lustfulness and loss too, I'd say. Absolutely wonderful song, musically, vocal performance wise. I also like how actually her vocals are sort of mixed, sort of into the music. Like she's part of this ethereal composition going on. She's not so upfront, so she's sort of letting the music breathe as well as her vocal. Makes for a really tasteful an impactful production. No notes, absolutely love it. Let's take a look at the lyrics. I see the Genius annotation describes this song as surf rock. I can certainly see that. I was wondering about calling it surf rock, but I guess just from my listening experience, surf rock is a little more upbeat and has a bit of a more party vibe, but maybe I just don't listen to enough of it. The lyrics seem like they are just kind of in line with a lot of her other songs. This sort of nostalgic reminiscing on some love that she used to have, or some bittersweet feeling about worrying that a certain love she has is too good to last. There's some interesting imagery. I can see my baby swinging, his parliament's on fire and his hands are up on the balcony. Yeah, I don't know what that means. There's also some lines in Spanish which are interesting. Let's see what the annotations say. So according to Genius, it's about Lana's tale of leaving her lover to travel only to return when she can't bear missing him. Okay, so it is a relatively straightforward love song, but just sort of using the backdrop of the West Coast to add a sort of romantic backdrop or locale to the sentiment. Oh, and the Parliament line is referring to cigarettes, obviously. I was thinking Parliament is in government. So that was not very smart of me. Let's move on to the next song, Mermaid Hotel, which I believe is a really early song from her. Born to Die. It is from her self-titled album, released in 2010. I don't know if this album was a huge deal or not. I feel like Born to Die was her kind of breakout album, so maybe this song is just going to be an interesting look into her early artistry. Let's see.
the national anthem. Buy a white sweater for
Those
the
harsh
last
orchestra
white
hits.
day of the summer. Buy my purple wheel
This is experimental.
for my
This is weird.
mermaid video. Walk back to where I lived. in
There's a
Lana
really
Del
nasty
Rey
groove creeping in here
on Neptune.
that I'm definitely down for.
You call me lavender, you call me sunshine. You said take it off, take it off. You call me lavender, you call me sunshine. You said take it off, take it off. Sway Tokyo, Percy Van Halen at the reunion show. Heavy metal.
Okay, so far I'm really enjoying this. You can tell, even at this early stage in her artistry, she had a very particular point of view, a unique approach to writing music. This is probably the strangest song I've heard from her, but that's not to say that's a bad thing. I really like it. You can feel her wanting to get the creativity out, like she's bursting with ideas. That subtle groove, with the synth creeping underneath her vocal was really infectious. I love the melody of the chorus as well. I'm not sure if I can hear the confidence in her vocal that is present on her later works, but still, like, the actual writing of the melodies is really strong. There's a good balance between like the noisy parts and the more jarring parts. It has those I want to say cheap, but I don't mean that in a bad way, but like less expensive synth sounds. Because at this point, Lana, I guess, wasn't able to afford that full orchestra, but you can hear the keyboard sounds are a little jagged, they're a little rough and ready. They might be like more default patches, especially with that orchestra hit and stuff. But that's the charm of it. It's a less polished, more honest sound. So I do have a soft spot for this type of production. Let's keep it going. Hi everyone, sorry for the interruption. So I had to cut this reaction short and return to it now a couple days later because, believe it or not, during the reaction I realized that my apartment was flooding. So you can see here me getting up to check to see what's going on, and you can see the water there on the floor, and you can see my cat Schubert looking rather alarmed. So yeah, this is a couple days later. We're going to pick right up where we left off in this song, and don't worry about me, everything's fine, everything is starting to get taken care of. Let's just continue with Mermaid Hotel.
Hour on TV. Diamond Day.
And I did re-listen to the track up until this point just to refamiliarize myself with the vibe.
Miss America, because I am. You call me lavender, you call me sunshine. You said take it off, take it off. You call me lavender, you call me sunshine.
Really nice melody.
Take it off, take it off.
And I really am obsessed with that groove underneath.
Maybe we could go to Coney Island. Maybe
That high-pitched feedback
I'd
sound,
sing you to sleep.
beautiful.
God bless the universe. God bless the ocean. God bless you. And God bless me. God bless you. And God bless me. You call me lavender. You call me sunshine.
It's almost got hints of Sophie to it, doesn't it? Sophie, the producer, RIP.
Take it off. You call me lavender. You call
The noisiness.
sunshine. You say take it off.
This song is super sick. I really like it. I love that dark experimental sound with the melody. Really, really good. It's obvious that a lot of time and work went into producing this. This is another song that I'd put up there as one of my favorite Lana songs ever. It has that dark edge that I love, that little dab of experimentation that I always appreciate. I say this is more of a dab though, this is a huge dollop of experimentation, especially comparatively, considering her later stuff. I thought the melodies were catchy, her vocal performance was interesting. It's a fave. The lyrics, I think, are about how she views a relationship as more of a romantic situation filled with love and blessings, but the man views it, simply as a sexual thing. The chorus goes, "You call me lavender, you call me sunshine, you say take it off, take it off." In the verses, she's like, maybe we could go to Coney Island, buy my purple wig from my Mermaid video, like she has her art in mind. She wants to invite him into her world, but all he can do is call her cutesy names and say take it off. Let's look at the annotations. Okay, so Mermaid Hotel could be a strip club or it could be a motel. Yeah, the annotations, as far as I can see, do not shed much light. Let's move on to the next track. This song is called Cinnamon Girl. This is going to be audio and it's from her album Norman Effin Rockwell from 2019.
Cinnamon in my teeth from your kiss. You're touching me, all the pills that you take, violet, blue, green, red, to keep me at arm's length don't work. You try to push me out, but I just find my way back in. Violet, blue, green, red, to keep me out, I win. There's things I wanna say to you, but I'll just let you live. Like if you hold me without hurting me, you'll be the first who ever did. There's things I wanna talk about, but better not to give. But if you hold me without hurting me, you'll be the first who ever did.
Okay, I certainly do have some thoughts to share on this. I don't know if you're gonna like them. So my critique is going in the opposite direction now with this song. To be quite honest, I don't really care for it. It's one of those songs in her discography that does not stand out from the rest because it does sit very much in her comfort zone. You got the steady, the subdued, intimate vocal with the moody string arrangement in the background. The chord progression is rather typical as well. So to me, it's not like distinguishable from certain songs, such as the title track from Born to Die. I would wager that fans of her older material would like this one a lot, as it is kind of like, I guess, for the fans. It doesn't get too crazy with anything. Like, you can see the huge contrast between the creativity of the previous song and this one. This one is very safe, soothing, certainly emotional, and maybe lyrically I'll understand it more. But I would say this song is frankly the most boring one of the marathon, and I doubt that the next two songs will be as boring as this. And it's interesting because she is capable of more sophisticated stuff, because I've heard it in the song West Coast, for example, which came right after the Born to Die album. So it seems that she has little songs here and there throughout her discography that always harken back to the Born to Die sound. But for me, like, the Born to Die album was plenty of that sound, and I am more here for the variety that is to come in her later works. so I can totally do without this song. Could be a grower, it's just a bit meh for me, especially compared to like West Coast and Mermaid Hotel that were back-to-back bangers. Let's keep it going though, maybe it will surprise me.
Kerosene in my hands, you made me mad, on fire again. All the pills that you take, violet, blue, green, red, to keep me at arm's length.
Those little pockets where the vocal melody gets a little bit more rhythmic and she combines it with some harmonies. Not too bad. Not too bad. It's a pretty sound that is well produced and relatively faultless, but I expect more. See, this moment here has me paying attention, definitely.
There's things I wanna talk about, but better not to give. Like if you hold me without hurting me.
Her vocal here paired with that deep synth, love it. Even this string arrangement is not as complex as some of her other ones. This is just pure chords. You're not really getting much melody or counterpoint or harmonies in this string arrangement. It's pure chords. Just vibes. This is nice. So I will admit, that song did surprise me with some beautiful bits here and there. Those moments where the production kind of shifted in a way that you didn't expect, where there was like even a more focus on her vocal. Because even the chorus, I felt her voice was a bit buried by that blaring chord progression in the strings. But I have to hand it to this song, like it didn't necessarily go where I thought it would. I thought we were in for a very standard verse, chorus, but actually I would be down for another listen, having seen where the song did take me. So I was definitely a little overly harsh on this song, having not heard the entirety of it, but I would still say it wouldn't be up there with my favorites. That's just on a first listen though. Music can always grow on you. The lyrics seem to be about her wanting to express her love to someone, but worrying that doing so will make her too vulnerable and potentially end the relationship if she comes on too strong. The chorus goes, "There's things I want to say to you, but I'll just let you live. Like if you hold me without hurting me, you'll be the first who ever did. There's things I want to talk about, but better not to give." Again, love the poeticism, just the rhythm of that line. There's things I want to talk about, but better not to give. Good phrasing. It's powerful. It's satisfying. The annotations basically confirm that interpretation of the song. Certainly relatable and dark as always, but even lyrically, it wouldn't be the most most unique or personal lyrics I've read from her. And who's to say that these lyrics aren't personal? But I suppose when I say that, I mean that these lyrics could apply to so many people that they're lacking in specificity that would make them more memorable. Let's move on to the next song, Chemtrails Over the Country Club, the title track from her 2021 album. Let's see.
I'm on the run with you, my sweet love. There's nothing wrong. Contemplating God under the chemtrails over the country club. Wearing our jewels in the swimming pool. Me and my sister just playing it cool under the chemtrails over the country club.
Very catchy.
Take out your turquoise and all of your jewels. Go to the market, the kids' swimming pool. Baby, what's your sign? My moon's in Leo, my Cancer is Sun. You won't play, you're no fun. Well, I don't care what they think. Drag racing my little red squad's caught. I'm not unhinged or unhappy, I'm just wild. I'm on the run with you, my sweet love. There's nothing wrong.
I like this one.
Contemplating God under the chemtrails over the country club.
That is a very catchy chorus.
Wearing our jewels in the swimming pool. Me and my sister just playing it cool under the chemtrails over the country club. Meet you for coffee.
Okay. Really strong song. We're once again getting that swelling, dark, sad emotion, but for some reason I just find this song to be more affecting than the previous one, though I wouldn't say their styles are that different. Maybe it's really just the fact that like the verses are just her voice and a piano, and her vocal performance is rather wonderful on this. Like just in general, the focus is on strong melodies, getting to the heart of the story that she's telling. I am curious as to what the story is in the lyrics. You know, when I think about a country club, I think about just really rich people having the time of their lives. So where is this sadness coming from? It could be like maybe a sense of emptiness, chilling at the pool at the country club, watching the chemtrails over your head, or it could just be glorifying that, which I guess is fair enough. If she's rich and likes country clubs, that's also fine. But the tone of the song, the deep sadness, I'm wondering what that's getting at. Well, let's continue.
Meet you for coffee at the elementary schools. We laugh about nothing as the summer gets cool. It's beautiful how this deep normality settles down over me. I'm not bored or unhappy, I'm still so strange and wild.
I guess it's a fantasy, right? Maybe the fantasy of the sad rich girl at the country club, I think, is the story that this song is telling. It's a really, really pretty song. Interesting. Probably not part of the song on the album. This is more of like an interlude in the video. Someone please explain this part to me, the imagery. Cool imagery. Not sure what it means, but pretty cool looking. Such a hypnotic melody. Really like takes you places. You're in the mind of this rich girl looking for meaning in her life. It's like you can feel the luxury combined with depression. Great production. We're getting close to that creative production from her earlier work here. Though I'm not sure how much of it is just the music video getting weird, and how much of it is actually in the song. Now we've sort of a fever dream moment. This background vocal and the isolated drums. Really cool. Yeah, happy to see her later stuff. Getting a little strange. Getting a little dreamlike, departing from the formula that is tried and true during her breakout era. So I'm going to look at the lyrics. I wonder if I was close with my general interpretation as I listened. So I think the lyrics pretty much are that. A person with a lot of wealth and privilege contemplating what their purpose is. Like the chorus says, there's nothing wrong contemplating God under the chemtrails over the country club. I'm not unhinged or unhappy, I'm just wild. I'm not bored or unhappy, I'm still so strange and wild. She wants to think that she still has some element of zest for life, spontaneity that maybe her comfortable life has robbed her of. Okay, so there's a comment here on the annotations about conspiracy theories. So apparently there's a conspiracy theory that chemtrails are biological weaponry from the government to do something to us. I don't know what. But one annotation says, referencing them directly in her lyrics is a personification of this attitude of being blissfully aware as she turns a conspiracy into simply something that is pretty to look at. I don't know. I don't really get that from the lyrics. I think that's a bit of a stretch. It seems to overcomplicate the message of the song that seems rather simple to me. But let me know what you guys get from it, if you think that there's any truth to that, or if she's ever mentioned this whole conspiracy thing regarding chemtrails. I think the song just, it happens to mention chemtrails without having to reference the conspiracy necessarily. Let's move on to the last song now, which is Ultraviolence, the title track. So this is the album with West Coast on it, so we may be in for something good here. Let's see. Quite loud, sort of honky-tonk piano there.
Lasted for deadly nightshade, 'cause I was filled with poison, but blessed with beauty and rage. Jim told me that he hit me and it felt like a kiss. Jim brought me back, reminded me of when we were kids. With his ultraviolence,
I like that. So this song once again sticks more rigidly to the safer approach, unfortunately, but it is pretty. Her vocals are great on it. I think the production is really strong. I like the very echoey, reverby effect that she has on the vocals, very dreamlike. I love the wide production on the drums. Everything feels very cavernous, very contemplative. So I am more into the sound of this song rather than the melodies. And because everything is so drenched in reverb, I actually have a hard time making out the nuances of her vocal. But I would put this song into the category of her discography that I don't really find too notable, because it is just a bit lacking in variety when I take the entire picture of all of her sounds that I've heard her do into consideration. But let's keep it going. I went off on Cinnamon Girl a bit too early, and we might be in for another situation like that here. Oh my. Am I intruding? Like even that like rhythmic cadence that she used a lot on the Born to Die album, it's back here again. I'm not crazy about songs from her that I listen to and I'm like, this is a bit repetitive. This is exactly what I would have expected from her. Like if I wanted to listen to Born to Die, I would just put on that album. But that whole, swimming in the... That's a glaring similarity that I see anyway. Just makes things a bit too repetitive for me is all. So now that I've heard a chunk of material from her later works in this marathon, I am a tad concerned that maybe she does rely on her comfort zone formulaic style through the eras too much for me, and that is something that her fans may love. Personally, I care way more about the unexpected moments in her songs where she gets a little weird, gets creative. Even Chemtrails of the Country Club was much better than this. I hope I'm making my taste clear here, and it all is down to taste at the end of the day. Let's keep this going. She likes the fingers. Good for her. Good for her. It's a cute video too. Forest Bride. I get it. It's a very well produced track that creates a really pleasant vibe. But that's about it for me. I can totally understand how this could be someone's favorite. It does what it does well. but she has way more interesting stuff. It doesn't surprise me that this was chosen as a single, because it has that very approachable, repetitive aspect to it. And I wonder if you guys agree there. It could be just that I happened to choose some of the more, I guess, radio-friendly songs for this marathon that wouldn't be up my alley necessarily, though I did choose them from your comments. So you guys are partly to blame. I'm just kidding. I appreciate all the suggestions that I receive, and I certainly did discover some Lana gems in this marathon, do not get me wrong. Specifically West Coast and Mermaid Hotel. And Chemtrails of the Country Club. Those three were top. The others might have to grow on me a little bit. Doin Time was decent, but it is a cover, so I'm not sure how much we love that. Let's look at the lyrics for this song. So on surface reading, this song seems to be about domestic violence. In the chorus it goes, "He hit me and it felt like a kiss. I can hear violins, I can hear sirens. Give me all of that ultra-violence." It sounds like someone who is in, a domestically abusive relationship and they love their partner who is abusing them. They romanticize even maybe the violence to an extent because they don't know what else to do. They sympathize with their abuser, but maybe that is too obvious a meaning. Maybe I'm not getting the hidden subtext of a lot of this stuff, because some of the lyrics are actually, they do seem pretty innocent. Like, "I would do anything for you, baby, blessed is this union, crying tears of gold like lemonade." So yeah, it seems like it's about abuse. Like, he makes her cry. There's a line that says, "We could go back to Woodstock where they don't know who we are." And maybe that's because, maybe she is seen with bruises in public. She's suggesting that they get out of town so that the community don't really become wise to what's going on. Interesting. So when I look at the annotations, the song actually doesn't seem to be about that at all. It's partly about a cult leader that she met as part of an underground group. It could be that she inflicted some violence on young girls in that group. But then there's another quote where she says, "I like a physical love. I like a hands-on love. How can I say this without getting into too much trouble?" And she says, "I like that luxe sound of the word ultra and the mean sound of the word violence together." There is a bit of, how do I put this, leaning into the violent theme as an erotic thing. So I guess the song is a combination of all this stuff. You can certainly read into it a number of ways, though I don't think it's as fully about victims of abuse as I thought, and I kind of had a feeling about that. It's more of a broad musing on what the word ultraviolence can evoke in different people. All right, let me know what you think of these songs and what you thought of my analysis. If you'd like to see my other Lana content, the Lana Reactions playlist is in the description. I am on Patreon if you fancy your own reaction requests, early access, and polls. Again, if you don't know me, my name is Oha Cade. I'm the composer for the symphonic metal project Valcada. We recently put out a song called Overload the Reactor. The link is also down below. I'd love to hear what you think. And there is also a link to my full reaction database spreadsheet if you're curious about all of the other music I've covered on the channel. Otherwise, please like, subscribe, comment, hit the notification bell, and I will talk to you guys again soon. Thanks so much and take care.